The first time the class saw Ayan lose his temper, it felt like the air had been set on fire. His fist slammed on the desk, his voice shook the walls, and everyone froze. Ayan wasn't a bad person, he just had a storm living inside him. Every small inconvenience became a spark, and his temper was the fuel. On the other hand, there was Daniyal, the quiet boy who always seemed calm no matter what chaos surrounded him. He was the type who got pushed in the hallway and simply smiled, the one who could be insulted but still responded with kindness. Ayan and Daniyal were as opposite as fire and ice, yet destiny placed them side by side when the teacher announced the new project partners for the year, from the very first meeting. Their differences clashed. Ayan wanted to do everything fast, rushing through decisions, insisting on his own ideas and snapping whenever Daniyal hesitated. Daniyal, however, worked slowly and thoughtfully, carefully reviewing every detail before making a move. "You're wasting time," Ayan shouted one day when Daniyal quietly erased a paragraph and rewrote it. Daniyal simply looked at him and replied, "And you're wasting energy by yelling." That calm response only fueled Ayan's frustration. But there was something about Daniyal's unshaken composure that began to unsettle him, not in anger, but in curiosity. As the weeks passed, their arguments became frequent. Ayan hated delays, while Daniyal hated recklessness. One afternoon, during a heated disagreement over the presentation format, Ayan's temper reached its peak. He slammed his book shut and stormed out of the library. Daniyal followed him, not with anger, but with patience. "Why do you get so angry over small things?" Daniyal asked softly when he caught up. Ayan stayed silent for a moment before blurting out, "Because I hate losing control, I hate mistakes. I hate feeling like I'm not good enough." It was the first time he had admitted his anger came from something deeper: fear. Daniyal didn't respond immediately. He just listened. And in that silence, Ayan realized no one had ever done that before. Slowly, something began to change. Daniyal didn't try to lecture Ayan about controlling his anger, he simply showed him a different way of handling problems. When Ayan forgot his notes before an important class, instead of panicking, Daniyal said, "We'll figure it out. Mistakes happen." When another student criticized their work, Daniyal thanked them for the feedback instead of arguing. At first, Ayan didn't understand how Daniyal stayed so composed, but over time he began to notice how much smoother life felt without constant fights. Daniyal's calmness wasn't weakness, it was strength. The turning point came during the final week before their presentation. A technical error deleted a large part of their work, and everyone expected Ayan to explode. He felt the anger rising, ready to erupt, but then he remembered Daniyal's steady voice. "We'll figure it out." For the first time, Ayan took a deep breath instead of shouting. They worked late into the night, rebuilding everything together. The presentation day arrived, and though it wasn't perfect, it was honest, heartfelt, and full of teamwork. Afterward, their teacher praised not just their project, but the way they had grown as partners. Ayan looked at Daniyal and realized he had learned more than just the subject. They had both taught each other something important. Daniyal had learned that staying calm didn't mean avoiding confrontation. Sometimes you had to speak up. And Ayan had learned that anger wasn't the only way to respond sometimes. The strongest response was a steady heart. From that day on, they remained friends. Ayan still felt the fire inside him, but he no longer let it burn everything around him. Daniyal still preferred peace, but he knew when to be firm. Together, they proved that hot tempers and cool tempers weren't enemies, they were balance.